Hello everyone, we are Team 19 and today we are here to present you Stonks. Motivation and user benefits. Until a few years ago, these are the complicated stock trading tools that we were used to. However, recently, applications such as Robinhood and Webull have been replacing these as sleeker, easier alternatives. Unfortunately, these applications still contain complicated trading tools such as margin trading and options trading. These are dangerous and can be a financial risk to beginner traders. We recommend for those who are new to trading that they practice with fake money and that they also learn the fundamentals of trading first. This is why we started on the Stonks project.
Architecture and design choices. So this is the schema of our application. Our app needs to be able to browse through stock tickers, execute trades, see portfolio items, watch the certain stocks, and see the growth of our portfolio over time. As you can see, the tables in our schema reflect these functionalities. Now, we adopt a monolith architecture to make our web app simple. There's really no need to overcomplicate things given the time frame, 7 weeks, and it's easy to deploy. The app serves client files and is connected to the stock market provider and our Postgres database. Now I'm going to talk about some design patterns that we used in our backend. The observer pattern was used to handle HTTP calls and the WebSocket events, and the chain of responsibility pattern was also used for middlewares, where each thing was responsible for a specific thing in the request chain. Now, this is the third one, which is the singleton. It's a new one that we created. And so it manages all client stock update subscriptions and interacts with the market data provider. We can only have one instance of this, hence the use of the singleton. Finally, the front-end architecture. We chose the MVC pattern since it was easiest to use in React frontends. React is very well suited for this. As you can see, the diagram is analogous to the traditional MVC pattern.
I'll be covering implementation and CI/CD. The CI/CD process is responsible for testing and deploying our code. An important step in the process is code coverage. Code coverage is responsible for measuring how many lines of code are hit by our test cases. This gives a sense of whether our test cases are extensive enough. The statistics for the code coverage is shown in the slide. And the primary difference between unit and integration testing is that the external API calls and DB connections are marked in unit testing while they're not in integration testing. We use Travis CI as our CI/CD tool. Travis runs this pipeline every time code is pushed to a GitHub repository and deploys when code is pushed to master branch to our EB instance. App demo.
We'll be signing into an existing account for this demo. As you can see, we've landed on the market page of our application. At the top, you see a search bar, and this is where you can search stocks by ticker or company name. Let's say you want to search Facebook. We see that the stock chart for Facebook appears in the chart section. And now we can watch list this company by clicking on the star icon next to it. And that should make it appear in our watch list, as you can see at the bottom of the page. Now we can begin trading. Every user on Stonks starts out with $75,000 of paper money that they can use to buy and sell stocks. To buy or sell a stock, you simply have to enter the amount of shares you would like to buy or sell. In our case, let's say that's 5. Click on the buy button, and that should do it. We can now go down to the portfolio tab and see our newly purchased stock. We bought 5 shares of Facebook, and that is showing. For more insights on the portfolio and trading history, we move to the profile page.
So this is the profile page, and here is the trading history table. So this table shows the buy and sell history of the users. And then it can be sorted by action, quantity, ticker, and price. And going down to portfolio growth line chart, this line graph shows total value of the users over time. And this pie chart shows the portfolio distribution of the portfolio. And you can see the stock that the user have bought in here.
To help with user onboarding, we also have an interactive tutorial included as part of our application. To launch the interactive tutorial, the user simply has to click on the help icon in the nav bar and then just follow the steps.
Let me go over reflections. For our Scrum process details, we had weekly sprint intervals, total of 7 sprints.
For each sprint, we had 2 weekly meetings, one on Wednesday and the other one on Friday. Wednesday meeting was to check up everyone's progress on development, and Friday meeting was for sprint review and planning for next sprint. For our team member roles and contributions, we have 1 member who worked as a Scrum Master and a full-stack developer, 3 front-end developers, and 2 back-end developers for our project. For our sprint statistics, we have 5 completed stories per sprint, 35 total completed stories over 7 sprints. Finally, let me go over some lessons that we learned during the process. First, it's better to break stories and epics into as small chunks as possible. Secondly, when you're stuck, it's better to ask for help earlier than later. With these lessons in mind, I feel like we could improve in future if we have more frequent meetings to check up on everyone's progress and see where people are stuck in. Moreover, we could greatly maximize our efficiency if we designate specific times to develop together. Thank you for watching our presentation.